Now it's time to download your footage and add it to CapCut. All right, I'm going to show you the basics in these next, I figure it's going to take about 8 videos to really do it. I'm going to do it slow enough where you can understand it. And I appreciate y'all. I got my goofy glasses on, but I'm real up close and I'm trying to give you all the best examples I can. So the first thing you're going to have is an action camera, which I've had a GoPro Hero 10, Hero 9. These Instas, they just work. They will get hot. I will tell you, in the summer when it gets 106 out here, once you go over about the 25-minute mark of filming, it will, both of them will, the X4 and the X3, they will heat up. So don't let anybody tell you they're going to charge at 4K 60 frames a minute all day long, because they're not. But I will tell you this, the GoPro in this would not have a chance in 100 degree weather. It's going to make it 5-8 minutes tops. And there's so many other issues with their stuff, the audio. Also too, in my motovlogging, I use this inside flexible gooseneck microphone, sorry about that, microphone, and it's from Movo, and it's an ACM 400, and it's like $25 on Amazon. I've always used them. I do put a dead cat over the, I'll take it off and show it to you real quick. Now, since I'm inside, I do always put a dead cat, like a fluff, I call it like a fluff muffin, that slips over that, and it'll knock out even more wind. None of my settings in the Insta360, none of my settings in the Insta360 are altered as far as wind. There's no up, down, dB gain, nothing. It's at even kill. And I always film at 4K 60, and I don't know why, because 4K 30 is plenty, but I always figure 4K at 60 gets better resolution. And then I put it into CapCut at I download the 30 frames per second version, so I do the 4K by 30 when I put it into CapCut. But let's get started here. Let me put my mic back on here. Here we go. Let's do this. Okay, I think we're ready. Get that mic adjusted. Here we go. So you'll get your camera, whether it's a GoPro, which I've had a GoPro. I've still got the Quick app with tons and tons of videos in the Quick app. I just stopped using them because, man, you just beat your head against the wall with this stuff, with GoPro, and it was problem after problem after problem. But to download your GoPro footage, you would let it pull it from the cloud. You would come up here and you would put save to phone right there. So you'd tap that and it'll tell you what quality, if you want to change the quality settings. A GoPro at 4K 60 frames a second probably wouldn't make it 4 or 5 minutes. You leave a comment if you've had a GoPro and had numerous problems. I've got links for all these cameras, all these Insta cameras, discount links in all the descriptions of my video, every video. Or you can do a custom download at less than 4K 60 or 4K 30. But I'm going to highly recommend that you at least do 4K 30. So you would download that. It's going to put it into the phone. Okay. We're going to cancel that, but it would download it into your phone. Let's go to Insta. We'll turn this camera on, the Insta360 Ace Pro. We'll go to the Insta app here, which is right here. We'll find this phone. It's searching for it. It'll connect by Wi-Fi here in just a second. Here we go. Tick, tick, tick. There we go. It's going to connect with it, and it's going to show you what you just shot, any kind of footage you just shot. And for this purpose, I've already edited this video update. And it'll also tell you if you got an update to it. But let's do this. This is one of the intros that I did for and I usually do about 3 intros.
Man, here it is, the 2025 Suzuki GSX 8R.
We'll stop that one. We'll go back. We'll go to the big video. I always shoot 2 or 3 intros. That on my wrist is a preview remote, and we'll get to that in a different video.
8R.
Here we go.
Stay with me. We're fixing to go all through it. I'll give you all.
So when you'll touch the video like that, you'll touch the yellow, and it's going to give you a custom export option. I've already downloaded this video into my phone, but I shot this originally at 4K 60 frames a second, which it would be over here. But you would move your slider, and like I say, 4K 30 would be the minimum that I would do if you're going to upload to YouTube. Now let's get this video down. Let's get this video on this camera downloaded into the app, and we'll go from there. We're going to export it. It's going to start reading it off. 1, 2, 3. And it can be slow at sometimes. You're just going to have to be patient. I am going to tell you that you will need a pretty new phone. You can't use a 10-year-old smartphone and it really be real quick. It's just not going to happen. The better your phone is, the quicker the download's going to go. I'm using a Samsung S24 Ultra. So let's go out here because I've already downloaded that. Let's go into CapCut. We'll go to CapCut right here. And you can get them on the Apple iOS store or the Google store. There's what the icon looks like. We'll tap that. We'll go to New Project. Okay. Here we go. We'll push HD.
Man, here it is.
We'll go Add. It's going to add it to our timeline. Okay. I want all of y'all, if you didn't have any footage before this got started, go make you a video, something like this. And I'm going to walk you through how to chop and cut this stuff, and even some more tricks with keyframes and text and tracking with text, and super simple app to work. So we've got our video in there. There we go. My hands come out. I always know where I'm at that point. We will go to the hands come out. We'll bring it right there. We're going to tap it. Okay. We're going to hit our split line and we're going to push that. It will be surrounded in a white box. And we're going to start from there. So here we go. Watch what this, just one simple cut did.
Man, here it is, the 2025 Suzuki GSX 8R. Stay with me. We're fixing to go all through it. I'll give you all the numbers. Here we go.
So there'll be a dead spot after this. I film in one continuous loop. So you'll notice a dead spot. I'm walking over to the bike. I always get my last thoughts in my mind. I'm going to turn this down. I get my last thoughts in my mind on what I'm going to say as I ride off, which is pretty standard. I did like, okay, there we go. We started right there. Now watch this. We get on the bike, speed it up a little bit, hit go.
First thing we'll do is...
And I messed that up.
Key on, put this kickstand.
Here we go. Let's go back one time. And I use my hands kind of like markers for me when I'm doing the editing of the video. So we know, let's chop it right about there. Okay. And we should have another cut back here. No, we don't. So what we'll do is we'll go back to there.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, so we'll tap our timeline, hit the split. We know everything in that white box needs to be deleted. And I'm going to show you how to add the 360 footage from the front. It's called B-roll. And how to match it up. So we'll go there, we'll tap it. We'll go over to our delete box. We'll delete it. Okay, so now look at what we have.
Man, here it is.
Let's speed it up just a little bit so you don't get bored. Here we go.
Here we go. First thing.
Okay, we know that's not exactly where it needs to be, so we'll cut it one more time. We'll press that. We'll go down to delete. We'll delete it. Now look at what we have. Let's go back.
Here we go. First thing we'll do is
see that?
Turn that key on, put this kickstand up.
Now, what I usually do, I want to keep the video moving because action, scene changes, all that affect the viewer on how long the retention on the video is. So you want to keep it moving. You want to keep talking.
Here we go.
So
first thing we'll do is turn that key on, put this kickstand up.
Okay. There's some dead right there, so we'll go right here. We'll go back.
Here we go.
Okay. What we're going to do is stretch our timeline to get a more accurate spot and make a more assured cut on the timeline to cut out that dead space. Here we go. And y'all leave a comment if you have any questions. I always answer all the comments. This is really simple. I'm going to get you into keyword basics. There's a couple apps that I have in my portfolio of apps on my phone, and they will help you with keyword research. But the real thing that's going to help you is a video that moves. It's got great color. I do really no color grading because the cameras, they're excellent cameras. I mean, these Insta 360 Ace Pros and Ace Pro 2, which I've got links for in all of my descriptions. They just work and they shoot. They're beautiful cameras. So here we go. I'm going to trim that one little dead spot out. Okay, let's hit there. We're going to cut it right there with the cut button.
Here we go.
I kind of know what I'm going to say.
Here we go.
Okay. Y'all are going, okay, let's go. Okay, we're going to cut that part out and just watch what just cutting the dead spots out will do. It just makes it more exciting. It keeps the viewer clued into your video.
Here we go.
See that? It just flows.
It's got the Suzuki Easy Start, so you'll just push that. You won't have to hold it.
I will show you another thing. I swore I wasn't going to show y'all this, but there are keyframes, and I know if you've watched my videos how it zooms in on the dash. When I first started up, I'm going to show you that trick as well. And then we'll probably end this video for today, but I want you to have the basics. I want you to get video prepared for our next session, and we're going to go to part 2. Also up here, you'll see it's at 1080. You could always, I filmed that in 4K 60 frames, so you can move it to 4K at the end and 60 frames right there. And I'm going to tell you that's probably going to be on a 12 to 15 minute video, an 8 to 11 gigabyte file. I usually shoot them in 60 and either process them at 60 or bring it back down to 30, and I'll turn the bit rate. The bit rate just makes it puts everything in the video as far as color, smoothness. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go back to, we're on the 4K profile, which really changes nothing. You will notice once you've used the app a few hundred times like I have, when you put it up on that higher bit rate and that higher frame rate in the 4K version, it makes it a little bit more choppy.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm going to show you this. This is called keyframing. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to right here, and we're going to start right there. We'll press the keyframe for a plus. Okay, now bear in mind, this is a section of video. There's a cut there, and then there's the start, of course, but there is a cut there. So when you start changing your profile of this is a 16:9 aspect ratio, okay, which you can go down and select. But if you're filming, if you've got your camera set up right, it's going to shoot it in 16:9 if that's what you choose. But it'll show you, let me see here. where the ratio is. Let me see. I know I filmed it in 16.9, so I really don't have to do this. But there it is. Let's see. Resize. Okay. It'll show you options if you want it in vertical format, 9:16 for Instagram. It's already on 16:9, so I could select that, but I know how I filmed it. We're going to go here and make this bike pull into us. So we'll go to this keyframe that we hit right here. Okay. See the red diamond? And we're going to go right here and we're going to zoom it in and move it right there. And then we want it to come back out. So we're going to move it back in. These green borders are going to show you where your video's at as far as size in relationship to your ratio, your 16:9 ratio. The two markers at the top, you can see them. And then there'll be some show up right there on the left. Look by my left hand. See that green marker? It shows you that that's even. And then when you go there, that's a perfect image. So, bumped it with my finger. Let's make it a little bit taller. And I'm going to tell you, when you shoot on an Insta 360 Ace Pro, these little bit of overages, there is so much definition in the video that being over the border isn't going to matter. It isn't going to make your image blurry. Now, if you do something like this, yeah, it might get blurry. Let's bring it back down. There it is. Now watch this.
Here we go.
See how I brought that
First
in?
thing we'll do is turn that key on.
Go get you some video.
Here we go.
We're going to chop some more of it. Let's do it one more time. And we're going out on this on the outro. This is going to be my outro, but this is the very basics of getting it into CapCut Mobile. I do subscribe to the Pro version, I think, and it will give you some extras, a lot of extras, really. You get a cloud upload space, which I really don't use. But let's go up with that and zoom in on that beautiful TFT display. And y'all know how I am.
Well, it's got the Suzuki Easy Start, so you'll
it's showing that.
You won't have to hold it, and it'll start itself.
So we want to bring it back out. Now, I did not cut this, okay? So everything behind this, I believe, yes, is going to be altered. So you need to splice your sections that you really want to pay attention to. So let's go back here. Let's see what the effect.
Well, it's got the Suzuki Easy Start, so you'll...
Here we go. Let's go back there. There's where we were at. We zoomed in on it.
It's got the Suzuki Easy Start.
And we'll zoom out and we'll end this video for today. So we'll clip it right there and we'll bring it back down. We'll tap that. Make sure anytime you're doing anything to your video on the timeline that you tap it. I'm going to show y'all on the next one how to add audio. I have a subscription to Epidemic Sound, which they kind of sponsor the channel, but you can get a discount using my link. And here we go. I'm going to show you what we've made so far. And I will tell you, when you start making YouTube videos, look at what other people are doing, study YouTube. But do you see how this video is always moving to something? There we go.
Vader.
There we go. I think that's one of my favorite parts. But hey, I appreciate y'all watching.